Thank you very much, Victor Howe. Busy night for Deuce McAllister once again, just off the radio broadcast. And joining me here at the Dome, and for the second straight year, this football team is 0-3. Does this have a different feel of 0-3 compared to last year? Because maybe this team's a little bit younger.
Yeah, I think it's because they're a little bit younger, and then when you look at it, the first two games, it literally came down to the last drive of the game, and this one, it was probably the second to next drive as far as they've got to score to be able to get in position to stop them. But, you know, you special teams gaff again, this game, pick six, tip ball. That's like almost 14, 21 points swing. And this team just is not good enough. And then injuries are starting to play a part. They were already playing a part, but, you don't have Davis, you don't have Vaccaro, you don't have Snead. You lose Clemente, so there's a lot that's happening in a game to you, and they're not able to overcome it.
Talk about the special teams fumble, just a strange play with Tommylee Lewis and Devontae Harris. When the offense drives down and scores, then the defense has a quick stop early. You have that momentum. The Superdome is really fired up. The Superdome goes silent after that play, and really, this team wasn't the same after that.
Well, they didn't have anything else to cheer for. I mean, even though the Saints were able to score some points later on and, make it somewhat competitive, but I mean, you really, it's just young, both for undrafted guys, free agent guys, and he's got to be a lot more verbal, and the gunner gets pushed into the returner, and then he goes, and I think it did hit. It looked like it did hit Tommylee's foot, and when it did, Devontae Harris jumps up, he tries to catch it, and he ends up muffing it, and just a rough way for a team to be able to give a possession back over and really lose control of a game.
Deuce, Sean Payton said after the New York loss that they wanted to make more of a commitment to the running game, and that was evident early on. I mean, Mark Ingram was getting a lot of carries, had more than the last game early on in this contest, but you talked about Clemente leaving. I mean, this offensive line has had a lot of shakeups, and that has to take its toll.
Yeah, they had a lot of success, with Tim Lelito being their extra blocker. Manhertz and Fleener are the only true tight ends that they have on the roster. So Lelito comes in, he's that extra tight end, and Manhertz is able to hold his own a little bit, but they were able to do some things schematically with Lelito in as that blocker, and once he had to go in and play guard, then now that's a package that they lose, and so it loses not only a package, but you lose an edge. And so now the Falcons don't have to worry about that. And they were having problems stopping the run. The Falcons were, and the Saints went to, whether it was inside zone or, a couple lead plays with Kuhn. But, it really hurt them in the second half when they lost Clemente.
Let's talk about this young football team. Sean Payton made no bones about it early in training camp. He wanted this team to taste victory in the preseason. He wanted this team to get off to a quick start. Neither one has happened. For a young football team, how tough is this and how bad is this moving forward now?
Well, I mean, it's tough. I mean, because you're searching for a win. And right now, the toughest win is the first one. And so San Diego is in the boat with us a lot just because they hadn't had a lot of success either. They've lost a couple of leads. So you can go out. It's a long trip. But the best part for you, hey, look, you go out there, you get to take a break. You get to see exactly where you stack up. Maybe you get some injured guys back after that, but I mean, you've got to figure out a way to get a W.
I know Drew Brees won't say this or admit this, but when an offense puts up 32 points, and granted the offense wasn't perfect tonight, but when they put up 32 points and they feel like they have to score almost 40 every time to win a ball game, how much pressure is that and how hard is that on this unit?
It's a lot of pressure. I mean, it's a lot of pressure, and it becomes frustrating, but at the end of the day, you lose and win as a team. So, regardless if you have to put up 32 or if you have to go out and score 25, it doesn't matter. You have to go out and perform, but it makes it tougher on some situational football, things that you would not maybe have done just because, hey, look, we know we got to get 7 here. We can't just protect a 3-point lead.
Final question, moving forward, this is a banged up football team, this is a young football team. Do you see any signs of life right now? I mean, it's hard to find optimism right now.
He's got to make it fun for him. He's got to make it fun again for him. I mean, that's the biggest way, and that's the quickest way to be able to turn it.
All right. Appreciate your time, as always, and we'll see you next week in San Diego.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, the best running back in Saints history, Deuce McAllister, joining us, and we're going to have another guest. We're going to keep the train rolling here. Tommylee Lewis. Hey, Tommylee, how you doing?
Pretty good.
We're live right now. I appreciate it. Don't want to keep you waiting. Let's talk about tonight. First of all, let's just talk about the loss. This team wanted to get off to a quick start, starting 0-3. I know you're new on the Saints team, but what was the mood in the locker room after this one?
I mean, nobody likes to lose. Nobody in the locker room likes to lose. We work really hard, So we just got to go back to work.
Obviously, a pivotal play was the miscommunication between you and Devontae Harris. Just take me through that play. Both of you guys are young players, just trying to make a play at that point.
I mean, it's an unfortunate play, It's something you don't want to happen. It was sort of like a bang play. It's just something you got to learn from.
Talk about it's been a whirlwind for you coming into this program and having a great training camp and slowly getting your opportunities, getting more last week, getting more this week. Talk about the learning curve for you as an NFL player.
I mean, it's definitely been a big, complete, huge learning curve. But as time going on, I'm continuing to get more comfortable with the offense and learn more. And I just got to keep going.
Sean Payton's had a lot of confidence in you, dating back to training camp, dating back to giving you these more opportunities. Talk about your relationship with him and having the confidence that he's given you. How has that helped you?
I mean, it helps a lot, when a guy like that, your head coach, have confidence in you. I mean, it helps you a lot. I mean, you know that you can play in this league, and he believes in you. So, I mean, it's definitely a great thing.
For those who don't know Tommylee Lewis's story, obviously Bill Parcells, a guy who's a pretty good judge of talent, called Sean Payton after he saw you work out with your former high school quarterback, Jacoby Brissett. That got the train rolling a little bit. He signed you to a free agent contract. Let me ask you about Bill Parcells. I asked you in training camp. I know you text him every once in a while. Do you still keep in touch with him a little bit?
Most definitely. I always talk to him. He always give me feedback after games and stuff. So, I mean, it's a great guy. I mean, I'm greatly appreciative of him. And for him putting his name out there for me, and I'm definitely, he's a good dude, and I'm appreciative.
You say he gives you advice. What's the best advice he's given you?
Don't come out the huddle unless you're dead. Really, I mean, he's a great guy though. He just tell him just keep working, never get comfortable, because I mean, it's always somebody that can take your spot. So just continue to work and master your craft, be the best you can be.
I don't know if you've checked your phone, but do you expect to get some text messages from him in the next couple hours?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I haven't checked my phone, but I'm sure he'll probably give me a call or shoot me a text.
All right, final question, just moving forward, the Saints football team's 0-3. You have a game in San Diego. This is a young football team. What can a win do for you guys right now, confidence-wise?
I mean, a win is always great, Once we get things rolling, I feel like we'll get things rolling. We're just going to get back to practice, fix some mistakes, and just continue to work.
Tommylee Lewis, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right, he joins us here in the post-game show for the first time. It's been an unbelievable ride for the Saints rookie free agent. We'll have more, including a Drew Brees exclusive one-on-one from here in the Superdome. Back to you guys.